The DNC, a complete and utter freak show, I guess we'll call it. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. joining forces with Donald Trump. We're going to talk about all that today on Reality of God. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Reality of God. My name is Ron Farina, and I am back out in my element, out in a beautiful preserve that I enjoy coming to here in Western Michigan. Just absolutely beautiful day. I'm taking advantage of that today. Kind of also being out here to clear my head. A lot of things going on in my life. So, but before I start talking about the DNC, I wanted to ask you guys to subscribe and hit the like button for my videos to kind of generate across YouTube. I am actually hoping that will spread my videos around a little bit more so we can send the message of good news and many other things that are going on in the world, and of course truth, what this channel is all about.
And the truth shall set you free!
Also, I told you a few videos ago about my car. They finally, after weeks of trying to figure out what was wrong with it, they finally figured out what was wrong with it. And it was a wire underneath the engine that was chewed upon by a not a chipmunk, but a squirrel. A squirrel has cost me $500 because, of course, if a squirrel chews on your cords, the warranty will not cover that, because that, of course, is not a malfunction of their engine. So,
oh my gosh, does that suck?
That, of course, is a bummer for me. It sucks royally. Yeah, so it's just kind of a difficult thing to go. I'm just trying to clear my head, but I know the Lord will provide for me. He will get me through this. Of course, I'm a human being. I'm going to have worry and fear. I should not have that. I preach that not to worry or fear on this channel, but that just goes for the world, you know, what's going on in the world. Mine is, of course, a personal issue, but again, Lord will provide. I do ask for your prayers for me. I ask that you that I will be able to get this paid, and of course I'll be able to prosper and be able to pay all my bills and so forth. So I pray, I ask you folks over there just for your prayers that it will turn out okay. So that's all I'm asking. You know, I'm not asking for donations or anything like that. I'm just asking for prayers, because I know the Lord will provide for me. So if you just pray for me, I would appreciate that. And so let's get on with the show.
Okay, USA. USA.
Again, I'm back out here in the beautiful preserves, which Michigan provides for us. Beautiful nature. You can hear it probably in the background. I love that sound. Of course, I know I live out in the country, so you listen to it all the time. Well, it never gets old. It never gets old. You know, I lived in a city environment for my younger 20s, and it was loud, very loud living in the city. You live out here, it's just beautiful. If you enjoy nature, you enjoy being outside, and you enjoy quiet, peace and quiet, then this is what I like. When you get to my age, it's like I'm 50 years old. I like the quietness. So that's the bottom line.
Wait till I get going!
But anyway, so the DNC is going on in my former stomping grounds where I grew up, Chicago, Illinois. And a lot of things, it's turned out to be the freak show that we expected. Of course, there's protests going on outside of there. A lot of people are saying this is going to be another DNC in Chicago of 1968, so forth. Do I think it'll go that far? I don't know. I pray that it doesn't. I pray that the Lord will bring peace over there. But yeah, so asking yourself this question, what's going on? So again, it's a freak show. And I'll sum it up in just a few simple sentences of what the DNC is all about. Are they talking about policies like, you know, the economy, the war growing in the Middle East and Ukraine? Are they talking about that? Nope. Majority of the talk is Donald Trump. Donald Trump bad, Donald Trump bad, Donald Trump bad. Sum it up for you right there. We cannot let Donald Trump win in the election. Blah, 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 so forth.
Gentlemen, we must do something about this immediately.
And why is that? Because that, my friends, is utter and sheer evidence of panic. They are in major panic mode. They are preaching to the people saying, please, for the love of God, do not vote for the orange man, because if the orange man becomes president, we are screwed. That's the bottom line. The orange man becomes president, we are screwed, and there's nothing we can do. And of course, what they're pretty much saying is absolutely true. They are very much screwed, even though they're not actually saying that, obviously. But in a long term, that's what they're saying. So that's pretty much what's going on in the DNC. Tonight is Thursday. It's Thursday, August 22nd. So tonight is the speech of Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, and her acceptance. So we'll see how that turns out. Ooh, some rustle going on in the bushes. What is that? Huh. Okay. Sorry. I'm doing a Molly distraction here, so. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, there's a lot going on there. And the protests, of course, that are going outside of the United Center in Chicago is pro-Palestine people, pro-abortion people, you know, our buddies, our friends, our pals over there. They love us. They love us pro-life Christians. They think we're the cat's meow. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, they're not fans of us people, even though we are to love them, and we are to, you know, as Jesus has taught us, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you, which is what we're doing. But again, they're out there. Are they going to be peaceful? Probably not. In most likely run, they're going to be, especially I think tonight, the last night, I think they're going to get a little cray-cray. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, and pray that, you know, everything turns out okay. Of course, pray for the safety of the innocent out there. So pray for them. Also, big news on the election front. And that, of course, has to do with RFK Jr. And everybody knows who RFK Jr. is. He was running as an independent, as a third-party candidate. And he's, according to his running mate, that he's going to be stepping down and supporting Trump. Why would a former Democrat support Trump? Well, why wouldn't you? No, because RFK Jr. comes from that line of old school Democrats, which is what I was. I was a pro-freedom Democrat, which is what I was. I was also a union guy too. It's funny, you know, to think about that he's going to that side. I was you know, I believed in the Kennedy, the Kennedy idea, kind of old school liberalism is what I was going for during that time. But actually, you know what? Trump was also a registered Democrat for many years.
I was not aware of that.
And then he realized what the Democrat Party was all about. And he, of course, he is now a pro-America MAGA Republican, which is what I'm calling them, because a lot of Republicans out there are not MAGA, and they are rhinos. Although there are many who are, I believe, are hopefully making the turn around, and I'm praying that they will. But, so RFK wants to join forces with Trump. And I have a logical reason why he would. I mean, think about his father and his uncle, JFK and Bobby Kennedy. You know, I've done my history. I'm a big history buff, and we know what happened to them. They were shot down. JFK was shot down in Dallas. Of course, we know that. November 22nd, 1963. And then RFK was shot in, I believe, California in 68, June 5th of 1968. So, and then what happened last July? Assassination attempt toward Trump. RFK, of course, gave his hopeful, I'm glad you're okay, blah, 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 all that. He gave and now he's ready to side with Trump, which I believe is like would be a huge alliance. It's happening all over Europe right now. Alliances of left and right people who just believe in one logical thing. They're against the establishment. They're against the big government, the big corporations, the deep state, as they like to say. So, with RFK Jr. joining forces with Trump, I think that would be the greatest alliance ever since Hulk Hogan got with Macho Man back in the 90s, or maybe late 80s, early 90s. And yeah, I remember that. That was like a huge, huge thing when Hulk Hogan and Macho Man joined forces. Of course, after that, they ended up not liking each other again. So, but it kind of reminds me of wrestling a little bit. Yeah, so I think this is a great thing. Will RFK be part of the Trump cabinet? Will he be part of the Trump administration? Who knows? I would like to see him lead the CIA, maybe transform the CIA. Of course, it is known by what he has said that that's who killed his father and that's who killed his uncle.
I was not aware of that.
I truly believe that there was like a CIA conspiracy, which I don't believe is a conspiracy, which I believe is the actual truth, that there was a second shooter during the JFK assassination. We're going to find out more information on that within the next few years, I believe. And I also believe that there was a CIA connection with RFK's father, RFK Sr., and that just happened like right there in the public eye. I mean, he was right there, California, he was campaigning, and he's coming off the stage. Next thing you know, he's shot. They're saying he's been shot. Now, you look back at RFK's history, he was very anti-war. A lot of the hippies at that time loved him. And he was definitely going to probably win the nomination. And of course, he was anti-establishment and there's still a liberal, but not the kind of liberals we see in Kamala and Biden and all of that. We see that old school style liberal, pro-freedom, but still like, and that's what RFK Jr. is. He is a pro-freedom guy, but he's still pro-abortion, or he's pro-choice, and he's also very big on the environment, which I'm cool with. Hey, I'm cool with environmentalists because I look where I'm at. I have actually been a environmentalist for a long time, even though I'm a conservative. So I'm gonna sit down, catch my breath. But yeah, I mean, this is quite a story to talk about. And as the DNC winds up, as it winds down, as it finishes up this week, I think there's going to be a lot more turbulence, I guess you could say, that's going to be coming up after that. No! We're going to see some crazy stuff coming on. And so the bottom line is just continue to pray. As I say in this channel before, continue to pray, continue to stay close to the Lord. Best thing to do is just not to hunker down, not to, wait for the rapture. This is a time to just pray and worship God and stay close to Him, because I'm telling you, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is good things coming. There is change coming, a divine change that is coming for us. So keep that in mind, because the prophets have said it. I have said it. It says in the Bible. It says it in Habakkuk 2:14. And as the glory of the Lord pours out, as the waters cover the sea, that's when it's going to be incredibly glorious. I saw it in my dream. I saw the whole atmosphere around me was like, and that was the whole point of my rapture dream, was before that any of that occurred, that there was glory that was like surrounding me. So pretty cool to think about. But
This is really cool.
all right, that's a good video. I think I made a good video. Again, continue. I need your prayers. I'm praying for a financial miracle to happen. I believe one can happen. I believe in supernatural financial miracles. And so I'm going to continue to just seek God, and hopefully this is going to turn out good. I shouldn't say hopefully, because that's just, you got to put your faith in God. When faith occurs, it's really God is testing God is testing us, and He's testing me right now. And so I'm just going to continue just to say, Lord, I'm going to continue to worship You, and I'm going to continue to thank You no matter what.
You can do it!
How any of this occurs, You're going to make this work out. That's just what You do, because that's what God does. But continue to pray, and pray for our safety, and pray for Molly's safety, and so forth. That's all I got to say. Anyways, if you don't know the Lord, come to get to know Him. Come to get to know who He is. Ask Jesus Christ into your heart. Ask Him to be your personal Savior. And I'm telling you, your life will change. And you didn't stumble on this channel for just for me to get click. I'm not here to get clickbaits. I'm here to tell you about Jesus, how wonderful He is. And if you don't know Him, get to know Him. Pray. Just ask Him to forgive you of your sins. Ask Him into your life. Tell Him to cleanse you. And I'm telling you, your life will change like that instantly.
You can do it!
Keep that in mind. Anyways, thank you for watching. God bless all of you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.